What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sip Off, where we have drinks and we talk all things basketball. I'm your host, Megan Price, and we got a jam-packed show for you. But first, let me go ahead and get my co-host in the building. What's up, Jahan?
What up, Shotty? How are you?
Doing great. New Drake album at midnight.
New Drake album at midnight.
That's what's up. How's your week been?
Busy and yours?
Same, busy. Been kind of under the weather, headaches, but other than that, I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Crazy
get over the headaches, get over everything, and we gonna make it.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We also got Joseph Jenkins in here with us. What's up, Joseph?
How's it going?
Good. Did you finish your food? It was real dry. It was real dry.
That was too super dry. Do better.
I'm here. I'm lit right now, but I'm here.
I'm here. I'm lit. I'm here.
You're lit on what? What's everybody drinking? I'm
drinking a 40.
Let me see.
Doing it for the Yay area. E40. My boy E40.
I got a 24-ounce Topo Chico.
And this is the champagne of beer because we're gonna be popping bottles when these Dubs get it done tonight.
Okay. Hold on, but I got that. I got this for that.
Yeah. You know.
I got a little bit of Fireball.
Yay area.
What you drinking, Joseph?
I'm sitting here with just Amsterdam pineapple, and I'm good.
That's it. That's all.
You know.
It don't take much to please me, so. You know.
Yay area.
Okay. What's up? Shrimpy Shrimp?
Yo, who the hell is that?
Anyway? He said with the big beard. You know.
That is Jahan.
Thank you for noticing.
Thank you for noticing. His name's Brandon.
Thank you for noticing, sir. It is bigger lately.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Lightly.
All right. Hold on, we got a couple people commenting. What's up?
Woo!
Okay.
100 proof. Do a shot or it didn't happen. Put it on the thread. Do it. No, I'm talking to Walter James Mitchell. Do a shot.
No. I know, but let's go ahead and do a shot. Oh, you can't.
Nah.
Take a big old drink of that 40 then. All right. Well,
all right.
I guess it's just us three. Maybe some more people will come in. Maybe they won't. All right. So let's start off with the players of the week for the WNBA. We went ahead and did 2 for each conference again. In the West, we got Skylar Diggins-Smith and Jewel Lloyd. Skylar is a 5'9" guard from Notre Dame. And this year, she's averaging 18.1 points, 3.9 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and 1.7 steals. And she has won 4 out of the last 5 games. Either of y'all got anything on Skylar?
All right. So I know there was some tension between Skylar and GOAT.
Right.
But since that, Skylar has elevated. I mean, Mercury had been on a tear lately. They started 2-8. They're now 6-9, I believe, as of the moment. 6-9 as of the moment. The only loss
until tomorrow.
The only loss in that stretch thus far is to the Washington Mystics. They're on a tear, and Skylar has been a catalyst in that, which is why I felt like it was a no-brainer for her to be Player of the Week this week.
Right.
Absolutely crushing. I believe she did a 25-point game in the first game of the win streak. We've discussed it in terms of her and GOAT not getting along or appearing to not get along. And Skylar is indispensable.
It's something.
Yeah, it's definitely something to it. It's something to it, but Skylar is indispensable. They need Skylar. GOAT's getting older. GOAT is 40 now. GOAT just turned 40 on June 11th. Happy birthday, GOAT. And it's her time is winding down. As Sue Bird's time is also winding down, and Sylvia Foles' time is also winding down, GOAT's time is winding down. She alluded to the fact that she's got a couple more years, and I believe her. But at the same time, like, in terms of who the Mercury need to build around, I believe that has to be Skylar Diggins-Smith. And
she's also 31, and so she's not incredibly young either. But I mean, she's definitely still in her prime, kind of like at the end of her prime.
Absolutely. But at the same time, like a Skylar BG 1-2 punch when BG is free,
right,
is gonna be formidable. And I like the looks of it for the Phoenix Mercury moving forward. I don't know what this year is gonna lead to. They just battling for potential playoff contention right now. Big game tomorrow that'll go a long way. Hopefully beat the Dallas Wings and go on a tear, because there's not true competition the rest of this month. Got the Wings a couple times, got the Fever a couple times. I think the hard part of their schedule took a toll on them as well. I mean, facing the Aces 3 times in
plus
6 games. Yeah, and then the Storm. I mean, it was ugly. And I think a Sun mix was in that as well. So it was ugly, but they're getting to the easier part of their schedule, I believe. And Skylar Diggins, like I said, is a catalyst in that.
Absolutely. Joseph, you got anything on Skylar?
Well, I do want to say they did have the Mystics in 2 games in that stretch as well, and lost one of those games. So
right.
That tough stretch that they had. Skylar really wants to win one. You know, she's always been so close, yet so far away. And this stems back from the college days. And so she's always been driven to finally be on a team that can actually win an actual title. And so I like her. I think she's great. I think she's a great guard. I think there are moments that sometimes it's not a good, they don't really know who's going to actually take over. They haven't really figured out how to mesh together when it comes to her and Diana Taurasi. But I think if the two of them could come to a good, even balance between the two of them, it would only increase the Mercury's chances to winning it all, or possibly defeating the Aces, which looks like the best team in the WNBA. But Skylar is great, and I know she really wants it, but she's certainly got the talent. Just hasn't had the chance to be rewarded for all her efforts.
And I just want to put this out there, and I know like most of us probably aren't Notre Dame fans, but have y'all noticed how many ballers come out of Notre Dame, female ballers come out of Notre Dame? Marina Mabry, Enrique, both on my team, they both came out of Notre Dame. Joel Lloyd came from Notre Dame. Skylar came from Notre Dame. Like that program that McGraw had really just had something going on over there at Notre Dame. In the last 5 games, let's see what Skylar had. She had in the most recent game, let's see, she had 13 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal, and 3 blocks. And then in the game before that, which was the one loss out of that stretch, she had 11 points. In the game before that, which was an overtime win against the Mystics, she had 27, 4, 5, and 3. And then against Atlanta, she had 18, 5, 3, and 1. And then against LA, she had 29, 1, and 2. So I do think that she's had a major improvement and turnaround ever since that drama between her and DT. It's obviously something there. It is some conflict there, but I think it comes from them both being driven and wanting to win and wanting to.
They're both alpha. They're both alpha people. Like they both want to be lead dog. And at the end of the day, it's still Diana's team, regardless of what she's going through, her production not being what it is. I mean, her not performing at what we have become accustomed to her with her. It's still Diana Taurasi's team, and at the end of the day, like that's going to be the case until she decides to hang them up.
Absolutely.
So that I think that's what it is. It's like I'm top dog, and I'm gonna be top dog no matter what, because of the things that I've accomplished in my career, the things I brought to the Phoenix Mercury franchise. I'm an original Phoenix Mercury player. Not only am I the greatest player in franchise history, but I'm the greatest player in WNBA history, arguably, debatably. But I mean, I don't think it's a debate for me. But
I mean, if there's only one other person in the conversation to me as far as WNBA go, and that's her friend who announced this is going to be her last season. So, I mean, if there was one other person that could be in that conversation, I would say it would be Sue.
I think, well, it's a tough conversation.
That's tough too, because you don't want to take anything away from the Houston Comets. Like what they did back to back for championships. So I don't want to take anything away from that, but the game has changed since they played. The league has changed since they played.
And Maya Moore's numbers.
Yeah, no, Maya's in there too.
Yeah. I don't think necessarily it's even Diana's team, because I think the clear-cut best player on that team the last time they won a title was Brittany Griner. And I don't think it's a bad thing, because Diana has gotten older, and Diana just wants to win, but she wants to be able to just compete and to be able to have a chance to win a championship. I think she's happy with who she is, because she knows that, yes, above all, it is her team. But of all the people that she felt comfortable maybe transitioning that team to become under is Brittany Griner. And I think Skylar's having a hard time recognizing that a little bit, because Skylar in her own right wants to be that focal point of a championship team. I think that kind of will validate her legacy, in her opinion, because she's always right now going to be known as that girl that has been really great in times. But certain teams have gotten in her way and they have not been able to do it. Whereas somebody like Diana, she's always been successful everywhere she's went. And same with Brittany Griner. Like, Brittany Griner was the best player on the Mercury during their title run, even though Diana is still as great as she is.
I don't necessarily dispute that. She is great. So, and that last time they made the title run, yeah,
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, though.
Okay, so who was the best player?
I mean,
you gonna say DT?
Yeah, I've always felt like DT was well deserved on anything that she's earned. I feel like even when her numbers aren't there, she does the intangibles that people don't always notice or don't always show up in the box score. Do I think Brittany Griner's great? Phenomenal athlete, phenomenal player. Free BG every day. What are we on day 117?
I think we're at 118.
Okay. Well, however many days too long.
Right.
But I think a lot of the stuff that Diana does, leadership wise, was the reason why this team was able to do the things they were doing. Even last year, BG was probably the best player on the court last year when they made their WNBA finals run. However, you go as Diana goes.
True. I mean, very, very, very true. Okay, so let's move on to the other Western player of the week. We got Jewell Loyd, who is on the Seattle Storm. She's a 28-year-old 5'10" guard from Notre Dame. I had mentioned that already. She is averaging this year 18.3 points, 2.8 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and then 1.1 steal. She has also won 4 out of the last 5 games. In fact, every player that we highlighted as player of the week this week has won 4 out of the last 5 games. So do you have anything on Jewell Loyd?
Go for it, Joseph.
Oh, I mean, Jewell has been great for them. Jewell is a type of point guard that can really get on fire and look like she's the best player on the court. But there are times against some competition where it just, it takes her a little bit longer to get it going. But she's been phenomenal the last couple games for them. I think she dropped 20 plus in one of their last 2 wins, and they are run through her and Brianna. Like, they both average 14, 15 shots a game. But Jewell's great. She is a piece of that puzzle that really makes Seattle a sleeper to possibly, if you don't take them seriously, to take you in a playoff tournament or a playoff series. So Jewell's great.
Absolutely. And she obviously her team really thinks a lot of her. They tagged her as their core player this past season. And I think that part of that was in order to pay her and then pay Brittany or Brianna Stewart next season. So, obviously they were like, hey, we don't want to lose either one of y'all, but this is how this is going to work out. So obviously they believe in Jewel Lloyd. Out of her last 5 games, she had 14 points, 22 points, 18 points, 26 points, and then 16 points. So, and 2 of those games were against Dallas. And then her other higher scoring game, the 26-point game, was against Atlanta. Jahan, you got anything on Jewel?
I just feel like Jewel Lloyd is living up to that #1 overall that she is. I mean, like I say, 2015 #1 overall pick. As you alluded to earlier, Notre Dame just produces talent. A Notre Dame talent, a fellow Notre Dame with Skylar Diggins-Smith. Just extreme talent. She's already a 2-time WNBA champion. She's already a Commissioner Cup winner. They won last year, the Commissioner Cup. Just Jewel Lloyd, just doing Jewel Lloyd things. The Storm themselves, they are having a resurgence. I feel like they started off shaky as a team, not really knowing who and what, and I feel like a lot of that is injury as well. Like a lot of that took place with injury, but S2E's on a tear, Jewel Lloyd's on a tear now, and they're getting themselves back. I know they beat up on the wings a little bit.
But hold on. In the last 2 games, yeah, they did, but the first one in that series, we gave it to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, that's just a little dig.
Okay.
No, like a little dig, not no hate.
No,
no
okay,
hate.
but one of them was a 1-point game. The other one,
it was.
They beat us by quite a bit, but
it was. The first one,
game,
it could have gone either way. That 1 point could have gone either way. I just, I'm just
1 point. That's less than 1 possession.
I'm just rubbing salt in the wound a little bit.
I see. Anyway, yeah, we're on a little bit of a losing streak.
Yeah, I'm rubbing salt in the wound a little bit, but Jewel Lloyd has been instrumental in that, as well as S2E, of course. But they are finding who they are. I think that's going to look a little bit better for them in this coming stretch. Just realizing that they are a playoff caliber team. They have.
I think some of that unsureness actually comes from their coach. Is she's in her rookie season, and so I think it's going to take a little time for both sides of that to acclimate to each other.
And injury, I think injury too. A lot
Who's
of that.
Injured?
Well, I mean, what wasn't I'm talking about.
What up, Mike? What up, Sam?
During the season. Didn't they
during
face
this season?
Yeah.
Sue set for a little bit. Mercedes set for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's leadership that's sitting though. That's leadership.
I don't think she was injured. I think they just sat her for something else.
Okay, fair enough. I well, when you sitting like that, it's unspecified, right? Like
it was unspecified for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know
like
if they
we alluded to
with
Sylvia Fowles. We think it's more serious than it is.
Mike. Okay.
We think it's more serious than it is. They're kind of downplaying the severity. We feel like.
I don't think Sue's injured. I think
Sylvia Fowles. That's what I'm saying.
I was about to say, I don't think Sue is injured. I think she was sitting for a particular reason. Maybe it was actual soreness. Now, if they were to come out and say soreness for Sue Bird, I would take that probably at face value. When it comes to Sylvia and this knee injury, yeah, she's done.
Fair enough.
But I thought Sue was sitting because of rest.
Yeah, but
they only play like 2 games a week. So
right, like how much rest do you really need?
Right.
Are you resting because of injury? Or are you resting because?
Hold on, I'm 2 years old. To be at her age of 40, 41, I can't say I don't understand the rest
41,
to play this particular game.
But at the same time, is it rest or is it an unspecified injury and we need to sit you, or you can't play back to backs like you used to?
I think
Which is
it's
fine.
more she can't. I think it's more she can't play back to backs like she used to. Like we don't see Deladong always go back to back. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. And it's not necessarily that she's old. I mean, she is getting a little bit older, but she is a little bit injury prone as well, and they've been serious injuries. So I think it's more that she just can't handle the back to backs the same way that she could. And so why not in the first part of the season kind of rest you a little bit, because we're going to need you at the end of the season. I mean,
but you may not get to the end of the season in a playoff berth if I keep resting you.
I don't think Seattle is going to have those kinds of problems, to be perfectly honest. What we saw out of them last year, if Breanna Stewart had not got injured the way she did in the fashion that she did, I think Seattle very well could have made a very deep playoff run. Just my personal opinion. But also they had to play in that single elimination, didn't they? Also, no, they were fourth. They went into the playoffs.
They had a bye then.
Oh, they had a bye.
Yeah, they would have had a bye. They wouldn't have the double bye, but they would have had the first bye.
The first bye. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So moving over to the East, we got Mike. You'll like this. We got Courtney Vandersloot as one of the East Players of the Week. She is one half of the Vanderquigs. She is a 33-year-old guard. She's 5'8", and she came out of Gonzaga. This year, she is averaging 11.2 points. I know that doesn't sound like a ton. I mean, that's still putting up double-double, triple-double type of numbers, but the rest of the stat line is where she comes in so importantly. She's averaging 4.2 rebounds, 7.2 assists, and then 1.1 steal as well. Once again, she won 4 out of the last 5 games. Got anything on Vandersloot, Joseph?
They play better when she is on the court and getting at least like 6 to 7 assists a game. You know, the best players on the Chicago Sky are the older players, so they really got to be, you know, tactful in how they try to attack and impact the game. And Courtney knows when she has to kind of be a scorer and try to get like 15, 16. And then there are times where she knows that she has great players around her, like Quigley and Parker, and then Messelman, the big young lady. And so it's like, she knows Nieseman, so she knows where she has to be able to be impactful. And the girl is great. The Sky are a tough team to beat. They're not a team that just won through, and the big leads are things that don't faze them because they have shown the ability to kind of dig deep and be able to come back from those large deficits. And Courtney's a big reason why.
I agree with that. And also just want to shout out that her and her wife are both kind of going back and forth right now. They're both trying to be the top scorer in Sky history at the moment.
Right.
So it keeps kind of going back and forth. We shall see who it's going to be, but I love them as a couple, and they are just awesome together on the court. Like I don't know if there's any better couple on the floor that play together better than them, to be perfectly honest. Maybe Penny and DT. Maybe. But that's, I mean, maybe. You got anything on Vandersloot?
I definitely wanted to touch on that. I think that's cool. Definitely friendly competition in your house to be, you know, franchise scoring leader. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she's already franchise assist leader. She is set to go for a 6th straight season leading the league in assists, which I believe Tisha Pinachero is the only other one to do that, to lead for 6
Tony
straight
said
seasons.
Not you, Joseph.
But Vandersloot is a dog. Like, I don't like the Sky at all. As a Mercury stan, I guess you can call me.
Right.
Until DT retires. I am upset with the Sky right now. I'm upset with Candace Parker.
Sky and Nador could get the hell on.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like, you know what you're gonna get from Vandersloot, and that's a consistency. Night in, night out, I'm gonna give you. If I don't even give you in scoring, I'm giving you this in assists. I'm giving you this. Anyhow, Mike Hughes, you know, congrats on the championship. Like, take nothing from the Sky. Sky did their thing. For sure. They definitely did their thing. It hurt bad because I wanted to see the GOAT get another one. But at the same time, like, Courtney Vandersloot night in, night out, giving you that clutch bucket when you need it. She's gonna give you that clutch pass when you need it. She just always like I believe she hit the game winner. Didn't she hit the game winner? 2 games ago.
Of the 2 games ago, yeah,
she hit the game winner.
Yeah,
Against when Sabrina went off. Sabrina had a triple double in 3
quarters.
quarters.
In New York, in New York.
Sabrina had a triple double in 3 quarters. And Vandersloot hits the game winner, a game winning 3. And it's just a clutch bucket when you need it. You know that you can call up her number, and you're gonna have that just that consistency that you need. Like, and what else can you say? You know what you're gonna get from Candace. You know what you're gonna get from Courtney. They just the veteran presence that's necessary. The championship teams have. Chicago definitely has something special for sure.
Samantha.
And I just want them to realize that they got something special, even old in terms of not old in terms of age, in terms of like years and years played. They got something special left.
Oh, my bad. What's up, Dennis?
What's up? What up, though?
So in her last 5 games, she had 16 points in that loss to Connecticut. Then she had, she had 26 points against ATL. She had 18. Oh no, that's Joel Lloyd. I'm tripping.
Hey, it happened, listen.
My bad.
But look, did you give Jewel Lloyd's numbers? Did you give Jewel Lloyd numbers? We can go back to it. Let the people know. Okay,
because Jewel really put up a lot of work. I think I did because we
let the people know.
We talked about her games against Dallas. So Vandersloot in the last 5 games, she had 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists, 1 steal, 1 block against New York in that game where she had the game winner. Against Connecticut, she had 8-4, 8-1, so a slower night for her. But also with those 8 assists, 10 assists, that's really what you're looking for. She's definitely a true point guard. In the game before that, she had 6 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists. In the game before that, and this was in the Washington series, she had 8 points, 0 rebounds, but 6 assists. And then against ATL, she had 9, 7, and 6. So definitely a facilitator. We call Chelsea Gray the point guard, or kind of the counterpart.
Point guard.
We do that, but I definitely think that Vandersloot is the facilitator, and she's definitely a true point guard. So I really enjoy watching her play. And when you get praise from somebody like Becky Hammond, who says that she doesn't know if there's anybody she's ever seen who had court vision like you, somebody who has coached in the NBA, and she's definitely put in her work, and is this type of point guard as well. When she compliments you like that, I think that's high praise.
I've never seen vision like hers.
Never seen anybody have court vision like she does. Yeah. So super high praise from Becky Hammond. Moving on, the second player for the East this week, we got Jonquel Jones, who is the reigning defending MVP. She's a 28-year-old 6'6" forward from Clemson. If you haven't seen how tall she is in comparison, go watch that commercial with Boban. It's pretty hilarious. She's averaging 15 points, 8.7 rebounds, 1.9 assists, and 1.1 steals. And she has also won 4 out of the last 5 games. Y'all got anything on Jonquel?
Absolutely.
I know you enjoy watching the Sun.
Yes, and Jonquel is a dominating forward at her position. She gets the rebounds, she gets the points. Her and Alyssa Thomas are the main reason why.
Negative, Mike. We not on the sky wagon. Hold on, Justin. We're not on the sky wagon. We just give flowers to people while they still here.
No, sir. No sky wagon.
But we are not on the sky wagon.
Absolutely not.
Dallas over here, Phoenix over there, and Washington right there. What's up, Jay?
Jay, you're absolutely wrong in your take. You have a horrendous take, sir. But hey, we miss you on the show. Hope you can come on eventually.
Right. Okay, our bad. Go ahead, Joseph.
Oh no, you good. No, but Jonquel is a very important piece of why the Connecticut Sun are formidable, because her presence is one of the reasons why they were able to beat the Aces and give them one of their only 2 blemishes. Shout out to the Washington Mystics for the other one. But furthermore, Jonquel and Connecticut Sun have a really good chance of winning it all. And she's just been phenomenal. She dropped 15 and she dropped almost a double-double and had 9 rebounds, but they didn't need her in the end because they crushed the Atlanta Dream. Sorry, cool, but it kind of that's how it was.
What you got on Jonquel, Jahan?
Tremendous rebounder, tremendous 3-point shooter, tremendous leader. Like we said, MVP obviously not going down without a fight, trying to, maybe potentially go back to back. I can't see it right now, but that's neither here nor there. That's one of my favorite quotes, but she definitely putting together another great season. And like we just talked about with Courtney Vandersloot, consistency. That's what you get with a Jonquel Jones. The Sun are quietly doing it. I feel like only Joseph is highlighting them because they're quietly doing it. They're quietly double-digit wins. They're quietly not the Aces. Aces, you know what you're getting with the Aces. Best team in the league.
And everybody's talking about them.
Everybody's talking about the Aces. No one's talking about the Sun, and the Sun are quietly right there, and they beat the Aces already head-to-head.
Once.
They split thus far.
They played 2 so far.
Yeah, they split thus far, and it's just quiet. They're not getting a lot of fanfare. Everyone wants to talk about the Sky, and rightfully so. They're the defending champions. But the Sun are been putting on a little bit of a show, and Jonquel and Alyssa naturally are at the front of that. But she's not going down. She's not going down in this MVP season. Well, defending MVP season without a fight.
Right.
Whoever does earn it definitely has earned it and outplayed her in regards and her rights. And I'm definitely looking forward to this half stretch because they're going to the All-Star break soon. Vote for the All-Star. Vote for Diana Taurasi.
We'll get to that next segment. We will get to that next segment. One reason, besides Jonquel, because Jonquel's amazing, and I love Dejanay. I think she has an excellent role over there with the Connecticut Sun. I think she's utilized really well this season, and she stepped up in a way that we didn't necessarily see in her rookie season. But them adding Courtney Williams, to me, just picked up the pace of their game. She is so fast, and she's a hell of a shooter. If it wouldn't have been Enrique winning the MVP of the All-Star game last season, it would have been Courtney because she was the next highest scorer. But Jonquel, out of the last 5 games, she has had 15, 9, and 2, 7, 14, and 2, 16, 9, and 3, 25, 8, and 6, and then 24, 7, and 3. So she brings a lot to the stat line. She's definitely going to be a presence in the lane, a rim protector, and she knows how to change the direction of the game as well, being able to get those defensive boards. Okay, so let's go ahead. You kind of already teed up the All-Star segment, so let's talk about that. Talk to me about who your All-Stars are.
Let's see. I think I've given Sylvia one in the front court just because last season I wanted to definitely reward that out of respect. I believe I had Asia Wilson, of course. Asia and S2E MVP status right now. I believe it's 1A, 1B. Pick your poison on whoever it is you want. Jackie Young got a vote from me. Averaging 19 a game right now. Let me see. Elena was because it's how many front court? It's 5 front court, 4 guards, correct?
6
front court.
Mm-hmm.
I had DT in the backcourt, of course, because the GOAT got to get a vote. Even though there may be more deserving people.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I voted several times. DT is in one of my rounds, and she's not. I gave Jackie the other vote in one of the other rounds.
There may be more deserving people. Enrique may be more deserving. Who else? Another guard that may be more deserving. Kelsey Plum. Definitely Kelsey Plum getting votes right now because
Dennis, we talking about the WNBA right now because there's only a couple of games left in the NBA, so that is the majority of our content.
Oh yeah,
We get into the
told,
NBA.
Truth be told, I think it's done tonight. I think NBA is done tonight. Great season, phenomenal season. We'll get to that later in a little bit. But at best, we got 2 NBA games left tonight and Sunday. At best. So I mean, this is gonna be
content wise. That it's the W's time.
Yeah, it's the W's time for sure. But who else did I have? I took a picture of it. It's on my picture, but I definitely been voting the GOAT heavy because I don't believe the GOAT's gonna get the votes this year. Fan vote.
Oh.
Which is strange. Which is strange because do I think she deserved to be an all-star? I'm biased. You can't ask me. I'm gonna always think Diana Taurasi deserves to be an all-star. I mean, it's Diana. What are we talking about? But I've been voting for her heavy. I've voted a couple times already. I definitely voted on the double vote days. Just be paying attention to that. I've been putting stuff out. I want to see Sylvia Fowles get in there. If it's the last one, even if she doesn't play, even if she's on the sideline on crutches, whatever. Let's get Seal in there for the last one, y'all. And let's get DT in there because she's the GOAT. GOAT vote.
Joseph, who you got for your all-stars?
I have a little bit of a different approach. I respect Sylvia and I respect Diana, but they have not been the best players at their positions this year.
Okay, hold on, real quick. Sylvia been averaging a double-double before the injury.
No, I agree, but I also have to think I would put the center at Jonquel Jones because she's been more effective for her team to help lead them to a victory and be able to be a top 3 team in the entire WNBA. So I have Jonquel Jones at my center position. At my second position of the power forward, I actually might have to give it to her teammate, Alyssa Thomas, because Alyssa is going to be no bias on this, just knowing how she has impacted the Connecticut Sun along with Jonquel Jones. If she's not scoring 10 to 12 points or 14, 16 points a game, she's still getting close to 10 to 12 assists and rebounds, which has always allowed them to be extremely effective as a team. So I would have to give it to her, but I actually could put Aja Wilson at the 5 and then Jonquel.
What about Kelsey Mitchell?
Kelsey has been doing great.
She's at the I was about to say she's at
been
the
great.
Top of the
She's
stats.
been phenomenal. But I will actually, you know what? I'll put Alyssa on the bench and say Aja deserves to get that 4 spot or 5 spot because Aja has very well a good case to be the best player in the WNBA. To be very
MVP right now.
My small forward, I'm putting as Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart is the leading person for the Seattle Storm, and they play extremely well when Breanna is out there jumping and knocking out shots from left and right, whether it be from 3 or 2 point. My shooting guard, I got to give it to Jewel Lloyd because I think Jewel has also been a phenomenal piece for this Seattle Storm. And whenever Breanna is down, Jewel picks up the pace. My final guard position, I got to give it to Sabrina out in New York because Sabrina has been balling on a very unfortunately not to the best of their ability New York Liberty team. Sabrina's close to averaging a triple-double, and she's had a couple triple-doubles in the last couple games. And that, to me, just speaks to her and her abilities as a impact player, which is she's living up to what we thought she was going to be.
Absolutely agree. Let me go slide over to my most recent voting. I voted this morning. Also, voting ends the 20th at 11:59 Eastern. In my front court, I got Brianna, Asia, NECA. I got Tina Charles, Elena, and then Sil. For my guards, I got Kelsey Plum, Arike, DT, and then Skylar. And in my previous voting, I think I didn't have DT in my other one. I went ahead and gave it to Jackie. In the other one. I mean, because I do want to vote for DT. I mean, we just don't know what's going to happen over the next couple of seasons. We heard earlier today that Sue Bird this is going to be her final season. We know that this is Sylvia's last season, and so I think she's just kind of on borrowed time. We just got to hope that she's healthy and she's able to play for the aspirations that she hopes for. She wants to be in Paris in 2024. So I think just hoping that she makes that. And so I went ahead and voted for her today as well. And I think yesterday was actually the last double vote day that counted. So if you didn't get your double vote in yesterday, make sure you keep on voting until the 20th. And then let's move on. Let's talk NBA since that was brought up and the game has.
Do this.
It was brought up. Definitely. We are in game 6. Has it started yet already, guys?
It has.
Yep.
What is the score?
14-7 from what I see. But John, you might be ahead.
16-10.
Boston up.
Celtics up 16-10.
Okay. So tell me your predictions for this game, and then if you expect the series to go further than this, talk about what you expect out of game 7.
You want to go first? You want me to go? Joseph?
Are you go ahead, boss?
I expect the Dubs to close it out tonight. That was my prediction initially and all along, and I've stuck with it. Even when it looked real bleak, I thought it was real bleak when Boston had won game 3 and was up 2-1, and they had all the momentum. I thought it was real bleak after game 1 when the Celtics had stole home court and the Warriors had a complete meltdown in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, like I said last week, has been the Achilles heel. Dubs just don't look good in the fourth quarter here in this series. They did last game and they did the game prior. Just third quarter is their quarter, and everybody knows this. Mm-hmm. Even though they actually lost third quarter this most recent game. They lost the third quarter, which is rare. And even losing the third quarter, they still ended up winning the quarter. Going into the fourth quarter, they were up because Jordan Poole made a miraculous half-court shot, which he's done twice in the series. I think Dubs closed it out tonight, though. Steve Kerr has said that he wants to get it done tonight. Jaylen Brown alluded to the fact that he said, we're not scared of the Warriors. We have tremendous faith, and that's good to have faith, and that's commendable. I just think the Warriors have been and always were the better team. Steph didn't look like Steph last game either. 0 for 9, I believe. 0 for 9 is accurate from 3. He hadn't missed a 3 ever in the playoffs. He hadn't gone a whole playoff career without not making a 3 in a game. And I think it was like 230 plus games consecutive with a made 3. And the last time that he had a 0-3 game, he ended up the next game hitting 13 threes.
Wow.
So I think that's something of note. I think he's the finals MVP. Wiggins has definitely performed phenomenally. I take nothing from Andrew Wiggins. Thank you, Andrew Wiggins, for everything that you've done. I just think the Dubs, like I said earlier, they're the better team. Steph finally gets the finals MVP that has eluded him in his career. And I think it's time to start talking about where we rank Steph Curry. If he never plays another game, top 10 all time. Is he top 15 all time? I mean, you're going to have detractors. You're going to have people that say, oh, he only shot threes his whole career. He never was a finisher at the rim. He never did this. He never played defense, et cetera, et cetera. Doesn't matter. His resume, as it stands, is a top 10 resume. I think, personally, for me, it's a top 8 resume because he's one of 8 players ever that's done what he's done with multiple MVPs and multiple titles already.
You got him above Tim Duncan?
I have him
number 8 in the top 75.
I don't have Steph above Tim Duncan.
Oh, okay.
Tim Duncan has 5. And Tim Duncan. I don't have Steph. I have Steph right at number 10. But I'm saying his resume already is top 8 because he has multiple MVPs and multiple titles. There's only been 8 players that ever done that. So that's a top 8 aspect. However, I mean, like if he completes this ring tonight or Sunday, I think you have to really reevaluate where he stands. Doing it with and without KD. Doing it older. There was third oldest
Right,
to
yeah.
ever drop a 40-point game in the finals. You got to
But
really
him,
start
Jordan,
evaluating where you
and
put him.
LeBron.
Yeah, him, Jordan, and LeBron. You really got to start evaluating where you put Steph Curry. He's doing things that only the greats have done. I love Steph Curry, and I like shamelessly, I love Steph Curry. I think like him getting his respect and him putting on a show as only he can do is something that needs to take place tonight or Sunday, however much longer we have in the season. Love to see it. Love to see Steph when he's at his best and he's on fire. I think that's some of the most beautiful basketball in the game. Just I don't know. It's not much else I could say. Clay hasn't looked like Clay. I'm expecting a game 6 Clay. Game 6-esque performance only that he can do the microwave. And I think you have to allude to what Steve Kerr is going to be, what his resume is going to look like. I mean, he did it 5 times as a player, and then if they complete it 4 times as a coach, 9 championships. Where do you rank him in terms of his career? I think a lot of conversations will be had on that. Klay Thompson, does he go? Where do you put him as the best sidekick ever in the realms of a Pippen? Who was it in Houston with Hakeem Olajuwon? Kenny the Jet, Smith, Clyde Drexler. Where do you put Klay Thompson as the best sidekick of all time? I think it's a lot of pieces that are moving, a lot of discussions that'll be taking place if the Dubs do indeed complete this. Even Boston, like, do you say we got here in our rookie year with a rookie coach, and this team has been together for a while, and they've built and they've gotten next level, but they haven't gotten it done yet. Like, what do you say then? Do you say, is it time to break up the core, or do we start looking that we may need another piece? Or what are we missing to send us over the top? I think a lot of questions will be asked in the coming days, in the coming hours. And Milwaukee's not done either. Like, yeah, you beat Milwaukee, but you didn't beat 100% Milwaukee. Middleton sat. Right. So it's a lot. The East is formidable. The West is formidable. We may not see Golden State ever get back. This could be the last of the dynasty. So a lot of questions will go unanswered. And a lot of questions will need to be asked in the next coming days, I believe.
What you got, Joseph?
I got Boston taking this to 7, and I got the Warriors ultimately winning this because Boston has been the team that has been defined by resiliency. They have no stranger to winning 2 games needed to win a series in this particular postseason. They know Golden State. They know who they are. And yes, Golden State may be deeper by the roster, but as far as a rotation that is like 7 to maybe 8 guys in total, no team has been more to put together and have played better and more efficiently than the Boston Celtics of their 7 to 8 man rotation. Currently, right now, they're up by 4 points, but this doesn't give me a vibe of a team that has looked like they didn't belong against this vaunted Warriors team. I do think the Warriors had in 7. I said it from the get-go because Boston is used to playing 7-game series and coming out on top. And ever since the start of the NBA postseason, when they decided to make sure they faced the Brooklyn Nets, when everybody thought they were this one team that you didn't want to fear and worry about, they took it to them. Giannis came. They took it to him. Then Jimmy Butler and the Heat came. They took it to him. And then this game, I think they're going to answer the call and take it to 7, just because Boston has shown to be a team that does not back down. They do not look like a team that is worried about being down against a team that actually might be better than them roster-wise and at the highest level, because it's not about winning at that time of like, what you've been done at that point. It's about being the better team that game. And I think there's no team that feels more confident being the better team at home with Jason Tatum, with Jaylen Brown, with Al Horford, Marcus Smart, and everybody on this team to be able to get this to 7 more than Boston.
I would love to see Dubs close it out tonight from a bias standpoint. As you can see from the hat, from a bias standpoint, I would love to see Golden State do it. If anybody can force it, it's this Boston team, best defensive team in the NBA. Jason Tatum, if he's not superstar tier, he's definitely top star tier. He's like right under superstar level. I think and as much as I give him crap because I feel like he wants to be Kobe, and I think that's a little strange, a little corny to me. When the text got released and the whole like I'm doing this for you or I got you or whatever he said, that's a personal moment and you hadn't have to release that. I just felt like it was a lot of doing the most, and no one can tell anybody how to grieve. No one can tell anybody how they should talk to their mentor or somebody that they feel strongly about. Me personally, I just thought it was a lot that he was doing, like mimicking the picture of him on the ball and mimicking his practice wardrobe when Kobe was gonna, trying out for the Celtics prior to the draft. And then the text message release, all that. I just felt like it's a lot. It's been a lot. I thought it was a phenomenal tribute to him when he wore the armbands and the shoes. I thought that was more than enough, in my opinion. But like I say, you can't tell anybody how to grieve, and you can't tell anybody how something makes them feel or what he should do. He's a grown man. I wouldn't have done it personally, but you can't tell another grown man or woman or person what they should do or how they should grieve. But I just thought it was corny, in my opinion.
Well, I actually have Golden State ending it tonight. I know that's no surprise. I felt like Game 6 was just all Golden State, whether it be Clay or Steph or a combination of both, or their incredibly deep roster. So if it's one of the other ones that just shine, I definitely think this is maybe the last of we see Draymond with Golden State. I just feel like the team has evolved. And I feel like even though that they play somewhat of a similar game of when they played their first championship, I think they've changed and I think they've evolved some. And maybe Draymond just doesn't fit with them quite like he used to. And as we've just seen him, there's been some criticism in this series as well.
Can I ask why not? Why do you believe he doesn't fit?
I think that there was some tension. There's been some tension for a couple of seasons after KD left. We all know that Draymond was a pivotal part of KD leaving. And I think that maybe everybody else wanted KD to stay, So, I think that there was some tension from that. And then, Warriors had to figure out how to win without Draymond for almost 3 months this season. And so when you can figure out how to win without somebody, they come back and it's drama. I think maybe they've evolved some.
Okay.
So, it may not be the case, but I just kind of get that vibe. Like maybe this is the last of, that core intact as it is. Iggy need to hang it up. Go ahead and put on his coaching hat. He's definitely a veteran presence over there on the sidelines, but actually on the court, clocked in, playing, not really necessary anymore. But his presence over there on the sidelines is noted, and he's able to help other players change their game and evolve their game. So maybe he needs to be on the coaching staff somewhere, but his best player days are behind him, and he hasn't even been on the court that much this season. So,
right.
it's time. But I think that Draymond might be a piece that they move in this offseason. So the draft is next Thursday, the 23rd. Make sure you guys check that out. Not sure if we will be having a show next week, but we will let you know. Joseph, thank you so much for coming through. You was the only one. We appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Joseph.
What does Anthony say? We the ones.
We the ones. Mandatory.
And we will talk draft at a different date. But thank you guys for tuning in so much, commenting, sharing. We appreciate you guys. And we are done for the night, unless y'all got some shout outs.
Hey, shout out Stubbs and 6.
Walter, we appreciate you commenting and watching.
Definitely appreciate all our comments, all our fans, all our supporters.
Oh, thank you. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night. Enjoy Game 6 of the NBA Finals and keep watching the W.